Yeah. So how many of you would like a step-by-step proven system? And then the other ones, you guys want to go out and do it yourself, right? Just making sure. So I'm going to share with you some of the deals I've done and how I've structured them and put them together, and then some checks, as well as all the details on how to do it. Does that sound good?
Yes.
So this is a property I found. Now I want you guys to think for a minute if you can do this. This was on the MLS, 7th Street. It was, let's see, it was listed on the MLS for $70,000. And I wrote up an offer for $85,000, and I was able to reassign it with a $5,000 profit. So I resold it for $90,000. You guys think that you could write up an offer from the MLS over list price? Yeah. Okay.
Why would you?
Why would I?
Yeah. Why would you go over list? I mean, wouldn't they be happy with 70?
Because people like you don't get deals, because I figured out a formula. Here's the thing. So this one I just started being an investor. So I was training my agent on how to do this. What it is you need to find what I'm gonna get into the details of it in the how do you find a property and how do you know what to offer. I've created a spreadsheet you're going to love, and everybody else is going to love. It actually calculates what you need to offer on a property. Most listing agents don't know how to price properties. They price them too high, they price them too low, and investors come in and try and get a good deal. Well, is the property really valued at what this listing agent determined? Or is it valued at its after repair value minus repairs? So I have a calculator that automatically formulates everything for you so that you can go in and say, this is the most I can pay for the property. So when you get on the MLS, you can say, I have to come in low, I have to come in high. So guess what on this one? This one was easy to buy because I blew everybody away. I was so much higher than them. That's easy, right? They didn't know their numbers. They didn't know that, the other investors were coming in going, it's listed at 70, let's see if we can get it for 65. You can try, you're not going to get it. That's a $90,000 property at least. It only needed maybe $5 grand in repairs, and it was easily worth about $140 after repair value. So I had a couple investors that wanted that one like that at 90 because it was easy. So I'm going to share a few more like that with you. Every deal is totally different. So you guys can write offers off the MLS, yeah? So the first one is build your team. So we're going to have a list that I want you guys to write down. So the first thing, how would you guys go about finding agents? And I want some interaction. I want to make sure you guys are thinking.
People you know.
Ads, people you know, phone
Go to the
book.
unemployment line.
Josie, unemployment line. I have a funny story on that one. How else?
Cold call.
Cold call. Open houses. I'm going to put this up there so you guys can take notes. When I hire realtors, I'm going to interview about 20 agents before I hire one. I'm going to pick up any sort of real estate magazine, because agents that are advertising in magazines, they're hungry and they want business, yes? They're actually willing to pay to get new business. So that's the first thing I'll do. The other thing that's great about real estate magazines is it's going to give you a little snapshot about what they specialize in. Do they specialize in short sales? Do they specialize in REOs? Newer agents won't even have anything. They're just like, hi, I'm here, let me help you. I love working with those three types of agents. I want new agents because they're hungry, they're motivated, and they're not stuck thinking in the box, thinking real estate should be done a certain way. They're open to learning and making money, because we all realize that to get your real estate license, they teach you nothing, right? Nothing. So they're open to learning and doing stuff differently, because we're doing stuff a little bit differently than most people, aren't we? And the other two connections I like to make with agents are short sale specialists and REOs. Why would I like to work with short sale specialists and REO agents?
That's where the bulk of the market is.
Where the bulk of the market is, exactly. Now, let me ask you guys this. I want you guys to just think for a second, if you are a listing agent, say what either a short sale agent or an REO agent, and you got another property, and you could either list it on the MLS and wait for 10 or so offers to come in, or you say, pick up the phone and call Lindsey, no, hey Lindsey, I got another deal, do you have a buyer for it? They have to legally list it on the MLS, but guess what? They don't have to go through working appraisals, contingencies, inspections, getting to know the other agent. Does the other agent follow through? Is their buyer going to follow through? Because I have all cash. I partner with people who have all cash, and I close quickly with no inspections, no appraisals, and we close quickly every time. So when I first meet them and interview them, they're not going to just start sending me deals every time. They might send me one. And I will jump at doing whatever it takes to get that one deal done. Because it's going to be the smoothest, easiest deal of their life. Do you know what agents want? They just want to make money. They want the deal to freaking close. They don't care. So then they do the deal with me, and they're like, oh my God, I did nothing. And then they get another deal, and the next day they call Lindsey. Hey, Lindsey, got another cash buyer, got another deal for you. You guys end up making their lives really easy, and you become the go-to person. So as soon as they get a short sale listing, they're contacting you with it. As soon as they get another contract from the bank, they're contacting you with it. They actually go to bat for you so much when they start getting these short sale listings. They tell the seller, I have somebody that might already be interested in this property. What I prefer to do is write up a proposal to the bank on the conditions of the property. And what we do is we go through the property and we take pictures of it and then write up, the repairs needed. So some properties are in pretty bad condition and it's pretty easy to do, and some properties are in pretty good condition. But if you have a crack that's this big and you take a picture like that, and you just send the bank pictures of, oh, this is a crack in the floor, click, click. Here's a stain on the floor, click, click. And the agent now starts compiling this sheet to the bank that they send in, and they go, typically houses in this neighborhood are selling for $150,000, but this property really needs a lot of work. I've submitted all these pictures to show you its condition. That's why we're submitting our offer at $120. You guys think you might be able to start getting some really nice deals? And now they're bringing them to you because you close quickly with all cash. You see how easy this is? And you're actually making their life and their job really easy because they're not having to drive around town. Most realtors have to find the properties, and they get to drive around town showing house to house to house to house to clients and filling out which one they're emotionally attached to. And we buy everything that falls within our criteria. And I'm going to show you guys how you know what is your criteria so that you guys can, so it makes it really easy on you and it makes it really easy on the agents.
Lindsey?
Yes.
And you're having the realtors take those pictures?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of these properties I never see. So half the houses on here I've seen, and I'll tell you which ones I've seen. Half the houses that I've made money on and reassigned, I've never seen. Would you guys be okay making money on properties you've never seen because your team, which is your agents that are working for free for you, go out and go to bat for you?
All day long.
Would that be good? All day long. All day long.
All day long.
So while I'm here and in Santa Barbara, I've been getting deals, and I haven't done anything. I haven't even picked up my phone except for to call my daughter.
Wow.
It's good stuff, right? So you have multiple realtors. I have multiple agents working for me.
In different geographies or different locations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is a letter I got from an agent that I worked with. She was a newer agent that I was training at the time. I was hesitant at first because I didn't know anyone else doing deals this way. It was very easy. I didn't have the headaches of appraisals, inspections, or demanding conditions, and the buyers closed quickly with cash. This is from an agent at Century 21. Do you see how when you become that person, deals get brought to you consistently again and again and again. I have several agents that work for me now that were traditional agents working with traditional sellers and traditional buyers who are now only working with me. And it usually only takes a couple months before they say, Lindsey, I'm sick of driving around town. I make 90% of my money with you, and I only do about 20% of my business with you, and I'm not working with anybody but you anymore. Please, if you're going to stop doing this, give me a heads up so I can start working with people again. But they are almost exclusively working for me. Is that cool? So here's a check I got. $10,572. You guys like to see checks, right?
Oh yeah.
With our name on it.
With
Right.
your name on it. In 30 days or less. $18,065. Would you guys be okay with getting checks like this?
Yeah.
What if the agents went out and did most of the work? Would that be okay? $12,952. So the secret formula, write it down, it's really good. We gotta find cash buyers. And we find the houses they want. And that's literally all I do. It sounds really simple. It is. So, what we're doing, so we found the agents. Another way I want you guys to write this down too, when I find agents, so I not only go through magazines, I also go through newspapers because it's the same theory, they're advertising for business. I also will call all the offices in the area and say, I'm a real estate investor and I'm looking to work with, I'm looking to work with a new agent in the area. Can you give me a few referrals because I'd like to talk to a few people. I'm looking to talk to somebody who does a lot of short sales, somebody who does a lot of REOs, and somebody who works with investors. And then I'm also looking to talk to somebody who's new and excited and really hungry and motivated. So they're going to, if there's an office of 200 or 100 agents, they're going to literally narrow it down to the top 5 or 6 or 7 for you. So you just weeded out a lot of the competition by somebody that knows them personally. Would that be good? And then out of those, what I do is I'll interview them. And I have all the interview secrets in here. I just can't share all of them because we're on limited time and I want to make sure you guys have all the details. But out of about 20 agents, you're going to pick one. So it is a little bit of a process finding the right one. But finding the right one will bring you deals day in and day out, all day long. Is it worth putting a little time, effort, and energy into finding somebody that's completely committed to you?
Are you asking for the main broker of the company, the owner of the company, to get to those others? Who do you ask for?
I'm asking the receptionist.
The receptionist.
Just whoever answers the phone.
Huh.
I just say, hey, I'm an investor looking to buy properties in your area, and I'm looking, to talk to a few different agents and see who I get along with. What am I looking for when I'm first talking to them? I'm asking, it's any sort of interview process. What are some questions, and we'll just role play really quick right now with you guys. What are some questions you might ask an agent that you're wanting to hire to work for you?
How's business?
Do you work with investors?
Okay.
How long have you been in the area?
How long have you been in the area? How long have you been in the area? How long have you worked with investors?
Short sales have they done? Did they represent banks or REOs?
Perfect. He said, how many short sales have you done? Do you work with banks on REOs? I ask, how many deals have you done in the past year? And how many are you looking to do? Sometimes they haven't done that many, but they want to do a lot more. Great, I can help you out with that. Their answers don't really so much as turn me off as to give me a little bit of insight into who they are, what they've done, and what they're looking to do. Then I ask about what they're looking to do. Can you give me an example of a time where a deal almost fell apart and you had to think outside the box creatively to keep it together? That's going to be one of the biggest ones because that's what we do, is we make it happen. Good deals don't just fall in our lap. We figure out a way to create them and structure them differently so that it's win-win for everybody. So you want to make sure you can think of an agent. Now in this conversation, this is your interview, you're interviewing them, they are not interviewing you. If